live from a nap session. My son is taking a nap, so I wanted to read something to you guys really quickly. My last video talking about me possibly going into blogging, whether that was turning it into a book or a website, is 100% still going to be a business venture of mine. But I'm the kind of person, and I always have been, where I start 5,000 things at once and I just get so excited. I've always been a writer. Writing poetry, books, like writing is just always what I've done. In high school and college, I was always into theater. And when I was younger, my dream was to be an actress, but money and just being young, obviously my parents weren't just going to ship me off to Hollywood. So I took over writing, which was another huge outlet for me. And I'm also thinking about writing a second book. Like I said, the first one is on Amazon Kindle. It really didn't take off. I mean, maybe it's because I didn't platform it the right way. But this book, I'm thinking about writing, and the title to my book is called Saving Grace. And once I read you the intro, you'll understand why the title is called Saving Grace. And I can't find the summary to it. I wrote a summary, but I can't find it, so I'm just going to read you guys the intro, the intro, and see what you guys think if this is something I should pursue. I figured doing these little opinion videos are kind of a cool way to get you through waiting for me to come back with ASMR. Okay, so this is a book that I'm going to be starting, and it's called Saving Grace, and this is the introduction, and I hope you all enjoy. My dearest Gracie, I have always believed people come into your life at just the right times. Today, as I am approaching my graduation from the academy, I find myself believing I am receiving more than one achievement. You have been more than what I could have asked for, and beyond what I have pictured in my wildest dreams. You came into my life less than lightly and lit a fire where I needed light. For you, I am eternally grateful. We have been through a journey that I believe will always be in constant motion, and we will experience many changes that make me a better man daily. I can't wait to call you my wife one day. My father always told me, if a woman is too good for you, marry her. And that's what I intend to do with you, the very truest friend I have ever known. I know that my deciding to go through with this and make this my career was not easy for you, considering you always want me to be safe. But that's one of the many reasons I love you, Grace, because you put me before yourself. You smile at me and my heart stops. I laid awake all night last night and in awe watched you sleep. I kept asking myself how I got so lucky. How was I lucky enough for this woman to choose me? I don't know the future, but I know that mine only has room for you and for us to grow old together. My hope with this job as a firefighter is that I can save lives and run into a building when everyone else is running out, in hopes that people lived because I was there that day. You push me to follow my dreams, sweet Grace, and you are the face I will see through the smoke and the flames when I may have a bit of inner fear. The vision of you is what I know will lead me home again. If you are reading this letter at this very moment, that means that I didn't come home. But I'm writing with the hopes this envelope will always stay sealed. Please know that if the chance comes that you're reading, I will miss you as much as you'll miss me. You made my life complete simply by holding my hand, simply by being you. I became more of a man when I fell in love with you, and I strive to be a decent and better one each day. I know that you will be filled with anger and sadness, and I know that because you were always the overanalyzer, you will question what you could have done differently. But I am telling you, Grace, that if this was the way it was meant to happen, you did more than enough just by being mine. I can't tell you when you read this how many years I was on the job, or if we made it to our wedding day, or if we had children, but I do know that even death could not break our bond and the unconditional love we have for each other. There was no better way I would have planned to spend the days I had on earth other than the ones I shared next to you. You helped me grow. You helped me reach my greatest potential. I wanted to name all the things that I'm going to miss about you when I'm in heaven, but that attempt would be impossible because there is not one part of you I did not adore and long for each day. I know that you will have days where you feel as though you can't manage to get out of bed, but I am telling you that I want nothing more than for you to live. I want you to live and laugh and love for me and for the memory of what we shared. Don't be afraid to fall in love again, and when it's right, you'll know, because I'm going to send someone that I know deserves you. I am proud that if I had to leave this earth, I left better for knowing you. I was fulfilled from loving you indefinitely. Even death can't change that, Gracie. Through our journey, I know this doesn't seem fair, but how many people can say they experienced what we had? Thank you for loving me. Thank you for allowing me to love you. You were and will always be my greatest accomplishment. I love you from heaven, and we will see each other again. I folded the letter back up in which my tears had stained almost every other word he wrote. I felt that moment that the million pieces my heart was shattered into would never again mend. Reading his letter was my way of clinging to all I had left of Trevor. As I stood in the drizzled rain over the tombstone that read, "Devoted husband, son, brother, and fearless firefighter, a friend to all," a part of me went numb. The love of my life was now a memory where he wasn't that yesterday. I would not only be able to see him in person, but I knew I could only see him in pictures now. I took out my cell phone, dialed the number I knew all too well, and listened as if he was speaking directly to me. "This is Trevor. Sorry I missed your call. Leave a message at the beep." I hit end and called again and again, over and over, just to hear his voice. All right, guys. I do not know what you thought about that, but as I said, being a stay-at-home mother, I am the jack of all trades. I try to do many things to keep me busy. So the blog, I'm thinking I might turn into a website, and the Saving Grace, I might just keep trucking on and pushing forward into a book. I think the blog might take off more if I do a website, and I'm definitely going to be seeking some help on how to do that. But in the meantime, I'm going to be getting started on this book when I do have some quiet moments to myself at night, drinking my tea. So let me know what you guys thought, and if you'd like to hear more from Saving Grace. It took me about 6 months to write a 300-page book last time, so I can't imagine this would take much longer. But give me your opinions, and thank you guys again so much for listening to my little tidbit ASMR videos, since you know I really can't make full ones right now. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you soon.